"3,000 North Korean troops in Russia? Meow, that's not just a deployment, my friends. That's a bloody invasion of Moscow by Pyongyang." US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, bless his heart, called it a very serious issue. Well, no kidding, Lloyd. What gave it away? The thousands of soldiers, or the fact they're from the world's most isolated nation, suddenly deciding to take a field trip to Eastern Europe? But wait, there's more. South Korea's intelligence agency, clearly not wanting to be outdone in the stating the obvious department, warns this number could balloon to 10,000 by December. Because meow, when you're sharing your military strategy, why not go big or go home, right? It seems Kim Jong-un is putting all his eggs in one basket. Let's hope this Russian roulette doesn't end with a bang. This unholy alliance between Pyongyang and Moscow isn't new, my friends. It's like that on-again, off-again relationship you had in college, except with more missiles and less emotional stability. Back in July 2023, these two lovebirds signed a military cooperation agreement because nothing says true friendship like promising to blow stuff up together. Now, I know what you're thinking. What could possibly go wrong when you give a country known for its nuclear ambitions access to advanced military tech? Absolutely nothing, unless you count the potential for a global crisis as something. These North Korean troops aren't just there for the vodka and borscht. They're getting crash courses in drone warfare and other cutting-edge military tech. It's like teaching your grandma to use TikTok. Sure, it might happen, but the results are bound to be hilariously catastrophic. But let's not forget the economic implications of this unholy alliance. North Korea gets some much-needed cash, and Russia gets, well, warm bodies to throw into the meat grinder that is the Ukraine conflict. It's a win-win situation if your moral compass is as broken as Kim Jong-un's haircut. According to reports, North Korea has shipped over 13,000 containers of military equipment to Russia since August 2023. That's more packages than Amazon delivers on Prime Day. Speaking of broken things, this whole situation is doing wonders for international law and UN sanctions. Remember those? The ones that were supposed to prevent North Korea from, sending troops to other countries. Well, they're about as effective as a chocolate teapot in a heatwave. It's like watching a bouncer at a nightclub trying to stop a flood with a no-entry sign. Meanwhile, South Korea is watching this bromance unfold like a concerned parent at a teenage party. They're considering sending military aid to Ukraine faster than you can say geopolitical crisis. I can just imagine the conversation. Mum, Dad, Russia's hanging out with that North Korea kid again. Oh honey, just ignore them and focus on your own nuclear deterrence program. My friends, if you're not laughing, you should be crying. Because this is the world we live in, meow. A world where a country known for its marching parades and empty threats is suddenly playing soldier on the world stage. It's like watching a chihuahua join a pack of wolves. Sure, it's cute, but someone's bound to get hurt. Oh, and let's not forget the technological exchange. Russia might be sharing some of its military tech with North Korea. Because if there's one thing the world needs, it's North Korea with better missiles. What could possibly go wrong? It's like giving a pyromaniac a flamethrower and saying, now, play nice. But here's the kicker, my friends. All of this is happening while both Russia and North Korea are denying everything. It's like catching your kid with their hand in the cookie jar covered in crumbs, and they still insist they weren't eating cookies. The audacity is almost admirable. Of course, Russia is denying everything faster than a politician caught with his hand in the cookie jar. It's a masterclass in gaslighting on an international scale. This little military exchange program isn't just a problem for Ukraine. It's like throwing a lit match into a room full of gasoline. The explosion could be felt from Seoul to Washington, D.C. We're talking about a potential shift in the balance of power that could make the Cold War look like a friendly game of chess. Speaking of chess, actually, never mind. I have no idea what chess is. So, what's next in this geopolitical circus? Will we see Kim Jong-un riding shirtless on a horse through the streets of Moscow? Will Putin start sporting a North Korean-style bouffant? The possibilities are as endless as they are terrifying. It's like a reality TV show where the prize is global domination and the losers face nuclear annihilation. Coming this fall, Keeping Up with the Kims, Moscow edition. Let's take a moment to appreciate the irony here. North Korea, a country that can barely keep the lights on, is sending troops to help Russia, a nation that's apparently run out of its own cannon fodder. It's like watching two drunks trying to prop each other up at the bar of global politics. "I'll trade you some soldiers for a nuclear reactor," said one dictator to another. "Throw in some of those fancy missiles and you've got a deal," replied the other. But seriously, my friends, this situation is about as stable as a Jenga tower in an earthquake. We've got North Korean troops potentially entering a combat zone with about as much experience as I have with underwater basket weaving. They're being trained in drone operations, which is a bit like giving a toddler a remote-controlled car and expecting them to parallel park. And let's not forget the numbers game. 3,000 troops, meow, potentially 10,000 by December. That's like sending the entire population of a small town to fight someone else's war. I can just imagine the recruitment poster. Join the North Korean army, see the world. Well, parts of Russia anyway. Free Ushanka hat with every sign-up. If you're enjoying this roller coaster of international absurdity, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Because in the game of global politics, sometimes the best move is to sit back and watch the chaos unfold. It's like binge-watching the worst written soap opera ever, except the stakes are actual nuclear warheads. So, there you have it, my friends. North Korea and Russia proving once again that in the world of international relations, the enemy of my enemy is my new best friend. Until next time, keep your friends close, your enemies closer, and your nuclear codes well hidden. This is Ron de Parmesan signing off. And remember, in a world gone mad, sometimes laughter is the best defense. That and a really good bunker. I'm Ron de Parmesan, and this has been another Newscat special report. Thank you for watching, and don't go far because another breaking story is right around the corner.